Welcome back. It's another week for Cynical Video Review, the music video show for your music video life. That's good, right?
Oh yeah, that was really good. Professional.
Anyway, my name is Eric Hansen, and I am a host.
And I'm Paul Ulrich, and I'm also one of those hosts.
Yeah, I feel like we need to talk breathy and deep like the radio announcers.
In a world
where people don't watch music videos.
And you can cover any song you want.
Yes. So, today is Cover Week. Yay! Cover Week. Okay, so we are going to try something brand new. Now, we're going 1960s, 1965, okay? Technically, music videos did not exist. Okay? Music videos in their current form actually didn't come around until MTV in the 80s. So we'll give a short history lesson here for you younger folk. But 60s, right? We're talking Beatles, Rolling Stones type stuff. Okay?
Yeah, and the only thing that exists in those times, like their music videos, is all like whatever you did on a late night program at some point in time.
Right.
Like that's your standard.
And so there were actual movies that they would release. Elvis did a lot of movies. The Beatles did 2 movies. And so you had these bands go and do movies, like the Monkees, right? And that's how they'd make a lot of money, right, doing these movies. And so there are actual music videos that are weird videos that go with the music. The Beatles did some for Sgt. Pepper's. They did some for Strawberry Fields.
The Yellow Submarine.
Yeah, so we got a ton of weird stuff, but that was just like side projects. Right? It was never like, this is actual a thing. Not until the 80s. So we're going to go 1965 with the Rolling Stones, I Can't Get No Satisfaction. So they released a lyric video later on that has been redone. And we're going to watch the live version. So we're going to try and put both of them here so we can comment on both. Yes!
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the live one is where you're going to want to focus most of your attention. If you know the lyrics, you can have that down here, but it's like watching their stage presence is always one of the greatest things.
But this is like their early stuff, okay? So
yeah.
So at this point, I'm going to say the stage presence for most of the 60s bands was sorely lacking. But that's because they would just stand there and look at the camera and just kind of smile.
True. Can we get him hitting that dude with the guitar though somewhere in this video?
Actually, let's finish this and then we'll watch it.
Okay.
And then comment on that.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can see the pre-Keith Richards where he was like, hey, just clean it up for TV.
Yeah.
And then the real guy.
Well, I wonder at this point, if there was the whole, hey, yeah, we're kind of the bad guys, but we're really just this clean-cut band trying to make it. And then after they make it big, and they've been doing this for 10 years, then they're like, whatever.
Yeah, then he's just a walking bag of drugs.
Yeah, then he's just like a nightmare, right? And you look at him, you're like, you should be dead.
Yeah.
You should have died 20 years ago. Nope.
No, not at all. In fact, we need to start considering the fact that we're going to be leaving the world behind to Keith Richards.
Yeah, at this point,
what kind of
I
world
would say
do we want to leave for him?
I ask myself that every day. What kind of world does Keith Richards want?
Yep. Am I making this world just a little bit better for Keith Richards?
and when I find that I am happy inside.
It's that warm feeling.
What are you doing for Keith in your life? That's really the question you should be asking at this point.
Hashtag live this one for Keith.
Live this one for Keith. Oh, that's so good. Live this one for Keith. Okay, so I'm going to start the live version and the other thing. Here we go.
In guitar circles, this is considered one of the worst fuzz effects in the biz.
Oh, yeah. It's awful. Matter of fact, first time I heard it, I was like, is this for real?
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh, we're just slightly off.
I think they're playing a little bit faster in the one.
Yeah, I think we got just a slight difference, but that's okay.
We've got the live in both sides, so you can kind of get an idea because this is obviously a bit older.
Yeah. So what I find interesting, especially like 60s stuff, right? It was like, hey guys, just stay there and we're going to zoom in on your face.
Yep.
And they did this to a lot of bands. And at the time I want to be like, no,
back it up.
this is horrible. Right? Look at that drum. Like, oh yeah, we are clean cut. Look at us.
Yeah, that's how you have to be.
So wait, did they really try for a fuzz effect? Because
Yeah, this
I always
was
thought
like-
they were trying for like a horn.
Yeah. Just a loud.
Really?
Yeah, that's the fuzz. Like one of the earliest versions of a fuzz.
Huh. That's really fascinating. So yeah.
And it was actually made to emulate hitting a board really hard, like the soundboard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was made to like emulate like when you plug in a guitar and you just crank as much volume into the board as you can and it clips. That was the whole concept behind it.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
yeah, it's
So in the live version, you'll notice, right? They have the dancing girls. They have everything. And what are they keep doing? They're going to zoom in on his face again.
I know.
And even then, like, you can barely even see the dancing girls, right?
Yeah.
This is phenomenal studio production right here.
But that was like the ultimate abbreviated version.
Yeah, and so the one, at least the live version I've got here, was one of the, it was like at the end of a TV show or something like that.
Right.
So they've got a bunch of credits.
Hey, at least they're clamping in time.
Right?
It's one of... That's so funny, like they have the crowd just get up there. Now everybody get on stage with the Stones.
Yeah.
That would be a pretty cool claim to fame, like nowadays.
Yeah, kind of would be. Like to say, like, hey, I jammed with the Rolling Stones. Okay. But I will say, like, it just blows my mind that they're still around and playing.
And writing.
And, yeah.
Keith Richards just came out with his own...
Mick Jagger 2 years ago at the Grammys, and he had them in the palm of his hand. Like, that crowd was his. And I'm like... Boy, he's got it. He's still really got it.
Do you ever watch Almost Famous?
Yes.
There's that part where he's
movie
like,
ever.
and do you think the Rolling Stones will be out there shaking it at 50? No. I was like, now they're like 70s. They're just like still crushing it.
Yeah.
I just love that.
Yeah.
The irony in that statement.
So it's really funny that you mentioned that. I kind of wish they would have done like a redo of the song, knowing that was supposed to be a fuzz guitar, because I've always hated the sound of that guitar.
Yeah. What's funny is that there's a company that actually reproduced that exact one so that you could get that sound, and it was like a disaster flop. Like, it's horrible.
It's awful. Okay, so the whole reason behind showing the Rolling Stones in the 60s is it's cover week. So we want to show the original, obviously, and now you get to watch Devo. So we went way back in the past, and now we're going back to the future.
Oh,
I just wanted to use it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah! Woo!
Back to the future, where music videos were then officially a thing.
Officially a thing. So we got Devo, okay? Devo was famous with Whip It. Whip It good.
Yeah, and circle pyramid cake hats.
Yes. Actually, I'd never thought of that. Circle pyramid cake hats.
Yeah, layer cake hats.
Layer cake.
I don't even know what those are supposed to be called.
Right. But it worked. It was a thing.
Yeah, and it still is a thing.
And that just proves to me, like, you got to have something to get attention. Maybe.
Your device.
I'm thinking here. I need something to get attention. Like,
yeah, and I think my band needs something now. I don't know what.
Well, I can give you an idea. How about circle cake hats that are inverted?
Oh.
What? Mind blown. Okay, so here we go. Devo, I can't get no satisfaction.
Right out the gate, their own song.
Oh, yeah. And see, I love it when people do covers, but make it their own. That's my
has
jam.
hang tags on it.
Right?
And that is legit a fuzz pedal taped to his guitar. Love it.
Right? This is totally the austere, geeky 80s thing, right? And
the swimming
they
pool
play
goggles.
it so well. It almost looks like he's not even playing.
I know, that's like just enough wood to you could have to call it a guitar, but it's like...
Is that John Lithgow?
Oh my gosh, if he was that old, even that far back.
Okay, no, it wasn't. Never mind.
He'd be pushing like 100 now. Yes! Greatest dance move.
David Bowie lookalike.
Yep. Love it.
It's so weird. I love. He's totally going for the grab there, right?
Yeah, he's copping a feel, no doubt.
And you know what they're talking about here? Can't get no, because he's going to get rejected.
He has to.
Yep, here we go. Cop the feel, baby. Can't get no satisfaction.
Oh!
I kind of wish I had a mom like that, just so I could say I had a mom like that.
She was just always walking around the house in a robe with a rolling pin.
How dare you!
Like, no matter what you did.
Yeah, no matter what I did, it'd be like,
how dare you? What are you doing down there? How dare you?
I still never understood this part. Like, what the crap? The baby reaching in the toaster can't get no...
That's horrifying.
I don't understand how that part is not having satisfaction.
No. Oh, so good. And he's just like playing his guitar with the back of his hand. Yeah, do the flip. This was like the invention of like punk rock.
Yeah, this is the
mosh pit. Like everybody doing what that guy does. I'm assuming. I don't really know.
Yeah. That's also the invention of child safety protections.
Yeah, for real.
So,
if you anyone had to remind you not to put a baby's crib next to an active.
There's a few things to learn from this video. Don't cop a feel when you're in the back seat, and apparently the guy is a military police person.
Yeah, he looks like an MP. That's what I was gonna say.
So, don't ever cop a feel when you're in the back seat and the dad is a military police person.
Yeah,
you can't get no sasatisfaction.
Or the mom's walking around after baking bread
with her roller pin, drunk and ready to hit you. Don't cop a feel then.
Yep. But I don't really know what the punk rocker shaking around and the baby committing suicide has to do with getting satisfaction. Just don't do either of those things.
Yeah. I guess don't put a baby next to don't give a baby a fork. That would be your first mistake right there.
That's it. That's all you needed for that.
For some reason, like, if we're going 80s, like, the thing came to my mind is like, why is there a cork on the fork? From Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, Steve Martin.
Oh,
and
right.
It's like, let's see. Don't dress up as David Bowie and don't do flips and fall over.
Yeah, unless you're David Bowie.
Unless you're David
do
Bowie.
All of those.
Then you can do it. If you're not, then you really can't. Other than that, I really don't know what other lessons to give you from this video.
Yeah. So, grades time. So those both happened.
So weird.
So I it's not going to be a cop-out necessarily, but I'm not going to grade the first ones because one's a live performance, the other's
it's
just
not
a
really
lyric video,
not really
and
video.
We don't need to grade lyrics videos.
Well, and to be honest, that song is iconic.
Yeah.
I mean, even kids today know this song.
Oh yeah, from the first 4 notes.
Yeah.
Everybody's
dun,
like, oh.
Dun,
Yep.
dun, dun, dun. They'll be like, oh yeah, I know that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that was Madonna. No, they won't even say that. Like,
you know what? Here's a fork. There's a toaster.
That's what it is. There it is.
He didn't understand where the song came from, so he's like, you know what? Here, fork, toaster. Have some respect.
There it is. You just shove them over it. There you go.
Yep.
That's the only response you give. Yeah. Because I remember being introduced to that when I was a kid. So obviously it's very iconic. So, that gets high grades.
Oh, yeah.
Automatically.
Yeah. And then for Devo, I'm going to just give it a solid 5. Yeah.
See, once again, I think like when you're at the beginning of making music videos, it's a whole new frontier, right?
Yeah.
And you're not yet at ADD land where you need to have a scene cut every 0.2 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Or give people epilepsy.
And you don't need to, it doesn't need to be a story. Like, this was like clearly like just do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Dress up how you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like that they took the song and made it theirs. Very much theirs.
Yeah. Yeah, right out the gate. You would not have known that was that song.
Yeah.
If not for the lyrics.
So I watched, I was telling you this, I watched Lollapalooza stream. It was 2 years ago, and Devo was playing. And it was funny because you look at their mannerisms now, but imagine it with like 60-year-old guys in gray hair. It was the exact same. Like, they got up there and they owned it.
Nice.
And it was awesome.
Did they wear the jumpsuits too?
Yeah, they did actually.
Oh, okay,
yes.
Cool. Good.
But then they took them off midway through because they were, it must have been too hot.
Yeah, because they're old and they need to chill for a minute.
I don't know.
You don't want them baking.
If I am a one-hit wonder, I am going to ride that train until it, like, crumbles. Until it explodes in my face, I'm riding that thing. I don't care if people say I sold out. Yeah. I'm riding that train all the way to Lollapalooza. Yo.
Yeah.
All right. So we got 5.
Yeah, and this week was a bit harder because it's tough to find like those old ones that actually have videos. So, in the comments, if you happen to know a couple sets, send them our way.
Yeah, we looking for covers, right?
Yep.
So look for
old,
the original
old and
video,
new.
and then the newer one with the original. So let me just say this: we are planning on doing "Smooth Criminal" with Michael Jackson and that one band that was also a one-hit wonder,
Alien Ant Farm.
Alien Ant Farm, which I don't even know if they're still together.
Yeah, I don't either.
And that is in the works. And then I can't think of any other covers. So leave some notes. Tell us if you have any covers that you can think of. That would be great. Okay, this has been Cynical Video Review. Thank you. Have a great week. And go watch music videos.
Cheers.